Greetings and good evening, everyone. Greetings. It's Dr. Michelle Clay here with a little tea time with Dr. Michelle Clay. I, of course, am your host. I'm a two-time best-selling author. I'm an empowering speaker. I'm a physician and certified holistic health counselor and clinical nutritionist. I help you, the person who is burnt out, fatigued, stressed out, overwhelmed, overworked, over it, release your stress simply and naturally so that you can live calm, clear, with confidence, and live your free life on purpose and with passion. So for a little tea time, I have you in my kitchen. Now my kitchen is my laboratory, so this is a special place to be in. So for Tea Time with Dr. Michelle, we're going to briefly talk about bitter is better for balance. Now, I know that title is like, what, Dr. Michelle? Bitterness doesn't help anybody be peaceful. Bitterness doesn't help anyone feel less stressed when you're holding on to bitterness. But bitter is good when we're talking about herbs. Remember, this is Tea Time with Dr. Michelle. So I want to share with you something that I have here. So a quick little transparent moment. So I was kind of going through some things, and on a subconscious level, I was craving comfort foods from my childhood. And one of my favorite things was sweets. And sweets always made me feel really good because it reminded me of my nanny and my pawpaw. Because my pawpaw from Cartersville, Georgia, loved him some sweets. So my nanny would make something sweet, homemade, every day. Whether it was a pie, a cake, a cobbler, she would hand make the shortbread and have the strawberries for strawberry shortcake. She would even whip up her own whipped cream. None of that Cool Whip stuff, honey. She was old school, because remember, she was alive and pretty much grown during the Depression. So since I spent tons of time with my nanny and pawpaw, then I grew accustomed to eating sweets after dinner. Like having a dessert was a norm. That was like one of the courses, right? So when I really started on my health journey, it took me a while, but I kicked that sweet and that sugar habit so that I would just have it every now and then. And when I would have it in very small doses because it tasted too sweet for me. But honey, let me tell you something. When you kind of going through something and you start craving things from your childhood that were comfortable and just, isn't this something how you can eat a piece of cake and it feels like a hug? Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. So I bought a whole carrot cake to myself. Let me just own it. A whole carrot cake to myself and ate a slice every evening. It was a small one, but still going way over the top. So I looked in the mirror the other day and I was like, girl, what are you doing? You got to get your life together. So I sent an email out to my list earlier about goals. And the thing is, first, you need to be clear on what it is you really want. Number 2, you have to get organized. Getting organized, yes, feels like a hug. Getting organized is about having the right tools and knowing what you need. And not just going on Amazon or whoever and ordering all this stuff and then it collects dust, but you're going to use them appropriately, consistently as needed. So what I started doing yesterday, because I had this epiphany on Saturday about my body, was Tea Time with Dr. Michelle. Can you see that? Oh, it's backwards on the thing. But this is one of the Free Life 7 release line of teas, Release, Renew, Detox Tea. And the thing that really helps this tea, help you cleanse and detox is that it's bitter. And bitter herbs are better for balance, especially when you're wanting to cleanse, you're wanting to detox, because what happens with bitter herbs is that it aids the digestion. How does it do that, Dr. Michelle? Well, there's something called bile. Maybe you've heard of it. The liver produces it, and then it goes into the gallbladder. Everybody knows what the gallbladder is. It goes into the gallbladder where it's stored and then released after you eat to help break down fat. Well, if my middle, I'm having more fat, well, baby, I'm going to need some more bile because I got to break this mess down, honey. Okay, I got to break this mess down. So this tea right here is not the most pleasant tasting thing. It tastes more pleasant when you have your, I sweeten everything with honey, okay? I have to smooth it out. So I'm going to show you my little setup. Let me turn the camera around right quick. Ooh. Okay, so here's the thing that makes it super, super simple. You see I got my Vitamix in the back. That's one of my tools you must have. So I have here the Free Life 7 mug. And this kettle here, I love it, love it, love it. The reason why I love it so much is because it will boil water. Somebody knock on my door. They're going to have to wait. I'm not expecting guests. It will boil water super quick. Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this around real quick. So I have to unscrew this lid. Okay. Let me turn back around. Okay, so the Free Life 7 mug, which I really like about it, makes it easy for bulk herbs, is that it has this little basket. And so what I'm going to do is take my water. I never use water out of the tap. Okay, so however much that I want. And I'm going to pour it in here like kind of measure. And then I'm going to pour it in here. And then I'm going to turn it on. And it's usually ready in like, that little bit of water will probably boil in about 30 seconds, okay? And then, let me turn back around. Then I take my little basket here, put it in there, open up the herbs. Woo-hoo. Look, it already has bubbles forming. For those people who don't eyeball it, I've been working with herbs for so long. I know how to eyeball it. So just take a little bit. Whatever bulk herb you have, just put a little bit. Especially, ooh, that's enough, honey. That's enough. That's enough. This one is really powerful, so you don't need a whole lot. And you see, it hasn't even been 30 seconds yet. And you can hear it. It's getting ready to, you see the bubbles forming? So it's already almost boiled. It's almost finished. So as soon as I hear the little beep, you're going to hear it in a second, then I know that the water is ready, and then you'll see what's next. This makes it so easy to make my tea in bulk. I don't really like using tea bags because they've been sitting for a while, and then you cannot control how much herb you have in the bags unless you're doing it yourself. So I really prefer bulk herbs because then I can control my dosages. Boom, that was fast, right? Y'all, that's too much. That's too much because this is like really bitter. The herbs that are in there make it bitter. I have some peppermint in here, and peppermint is really good for the digestion because it helps smooth things out. It helps decrease gas and bloat. And then you just pour it over the herb. I didn't put that much water in here. Usually I would fill it up, but look, I'm trying to have some freedom. And then you just take the lid, put it on, and let it steep for a while. And that's it. Now, I didn't put honey in there, but after it has steeped for a while, I'm going to put some honey in there, sweeten it up, smooth it out, and just sip on it. I had my dinner not too long ago, and I need to break down some fat. So these bitter herbs, like I was saying, help stimulate the gallbladder to release bile And bile breaks down fat. It helps break down the fat that you just consumed. I didn't have a fatty dinner, but there's heavy fatty dinner, but the fat that I did consume, look, when you get up in age, the metabolism doesn't work like it used to. So you can't be in la la land and treat your body like it's 20, because it's not. You have to own it. So that's it for this evening. Thank you for joining me for Tea Time with Dr. Michelle. And for even more, if you're like, Dr. Michelle, look, there's some things I need to release, whether you need to release for real though bitterness. You need to get your life together to cleanse stress, cleanse chaos, cleanse burnout, cleanse some of this fat, cleanse the things that you're holding on to. Then schedule a complimentary strategy session with me at www.freelifestrategy.com. That's freelifestrategy.com. So until next time, be well, do something well for yourself, and have a stress-free evening. Bye-bye.